minutes where I thought we actually looked okay, and it looked like that we could score actually 3 or 4 goals. Let's be honest here. Can everyone open their eyes and see everything for what it is? Hello there guys, welcome back to Yosef's Chelsea Blues, welcome back to another Chelsea fans preview. Make sure you smash the like, smash the subscribe button if you're around here, turn the bell notification on so you don't miss any great upcoming content. Make sure you follow the socials on TikTok, Instagram and X, Yosef's Chelsea Blues on all. Got a very special preview for you guys once again today. We had, you could say, 2 very new guests for the Chelsea versus Man United preview, but now we've got 2 returning guests and 1 very new one. So we'll start off with the returning ones. Doobz,
Not yourself, man.
Chelsea, and Casey, the new guest for today. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me on. I'm looking forward to discussing about Chelsea. I mean, we don't want to right now, but I'm looking forward to discussing about Chelsea and getting some opinions. So yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
You're welcome, Casey. I mean, just an introduction to you, everyone. You guys might not know Casey. He's actually been on Chelsea social media a lot recently. He's been on Chelsea Fan TV. He's been on Blue Fans TV. I mean, Casey, do you just want to give a little bit of insight on that?
Oh yeah, so yeah, as you said, shout out to Chelsea Fans TV, Blue Fans TV. I think where I'm most known for is obviously the Esteval for Prime Minister video. Shout out to Esteban, my Prime Minister. And then since then, it's kind of like gone mad overnight. I was also known for talking about, watching Garnacho go one-on-one. That would reduce crime rates. I still believe to this day. I still believe that could help with reducing crime rates. So, yeah, not a shout out to Garnacho, but yeah, I've been around here and there. Chelsea Fan TV, Blue Fans TV. Shout out to them once again for giving me a platform, and shout out to you now for giving me a platform to speak my opinion. So yeah.
I mean, you're welcome, Casey. It's a pleasure to have you on. We'll definitely have you on a lot more in the future as well.
Yes.
Let's just talk about Saturday for a little bit because we kind of have to. We'll start off with the protest, obviously. I mean, Doobz. Oh, he's just gone. Ben. Oh, actually. Oh, yeah, that's what you're doing. I didn't even realize what you were doing. Yeah, Doobz. Really appreciate you bringing that banner out. Really appreciate you. And, I mean, what did you think of the protest on Saturday?
No, I thought it was really good. I thought the turnout was brilliant. Better than I thought it'd be because I was apprehensive over the last one. I don't think the Southampton one last season was that bad, but it was well structured. It was well organized. People knew what they were doing. People weren't going off on a tangent. People were sticking to the same message. I think that was the important thing. But yeah, it was really well executed. I think for protests in the future, that needs to happen more. And obviously, the guys that organised it, who I've been in contact with, they've done it really well. There's been slight whispers about another one before the end of the season, but we don't know when that's going to be. So hopefully we can get that up and running.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ben, what were your thoughts on Saturday's protest before the United game?
Yeah, I'll just echo what Doobz said. I think it was a success compared to the other 2. I think great turnout, the right messages this time. But again, time will tell if it's going to make an impact. I don't think it will because it's not affecting their pockets. But maybe if it gives them PR, then maybe they'll want to maybe listen to the concerns, and who knows, maybe some change can come from it. So yeah.
Casey, how about you? What do you reckon?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a really good. It was a good turnout. It was a good protest. I mean, the previous two wasn't the best. It wasn't as organized. The message wasn't clear. This was a very, very good protest. Good turnout. Clear message. As Ben said, this is not enough. Like, this protest that we've done, which is fantastic, it's not enough. We need to carry on putting pressure onto Bluecoat. I mean, for example, tomorrow's game at Brighton, it's an away game. Chelsea Football Club can't really control what you can bring into the stadium. So I say, if someone has a Bluecoat banner out, a Bluecoat out banner that you can bring into the stadium, bring it into the stadium. If we've got some anti-Bluecoat messages that we can bring into the stadium, let's bring it into the stadium, because they can't control that. Wembley on Sunday would also be a good statement, would also be a good time to send out a message to the board. Again, if we can bring in some banners, let's bring in some banners. Bring in some stickers, let's bring in some stickers. Anything small that we can do on a national stage will have a huge effect on Bluecoat, because as we know, they don't like negative publicity. So yeah, it was a very, very good protest on Saturday, and it's a good foundation to start on.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. Completely agree with you saying, yeah, away games, yeah, try and do everything you can, because they obviously can't really restrict us. I remember Fulham away, there was a Bluecoat out banner in the away end. Like, that was I remember seeing that. So yeah, I'm completely on board with that. We just have to keep going with this, because we just can't just do this one protest and then just stop. It has to be a relentless thing. So yeah, completely echo what you're saying there. And I just want to give a quick shout out to the Strasbourg fans that flew over for this, because they did not have to do it. So really respect to them for flying over and showing us how to protest, because like Doobz said, the Southampton one last year wasn't really that bad, but the standards to this one, it's just black and white.
Chalk and cheese, yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, fair play to them. And well, we'll briefly mention the game. Now, I think we're all going to have the same opinion on this. The game was rubbish, wasn't it, Doobz?
Yeah, the entire game was rubbish. Man United
was great.
What
it was entertaining. It was great. I'm only joking.
No, overall, regardless of Chelsea, it was just a poor game of football overall. But yeah, on the Chelsea side, same story. Just I say the story of the past couple of weeks. We haven't scored in 6 hours of Premier League football. That's how peak it is. And once again, just defense switching off. Their goal was so against the run of play. A 30-second passage of play where our defense switches off. Garnacho gets bullied by Bruno Fernandes, can I just say? And then yeah, they concede. And second half, we'd still be playing now. We probably wouldn't have scored. Like, that's how peak it is.
Fair enough. Yeah, completely agree with you there. I mean, Ben, what were your thoughts? I mean, I remember I had you on the preview, and well, you said if Neto starts, we draw or lose the game. So you're kind of right there now, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I had to leave at 70 minutes because I think if I'd have carried on, I think I may have got in trouble if I'd have done an interview afterwards on Chelsea Fan TV. So I decided to go because, yeah, I was infuriated. And I think the only thing to do was to get home early and try and sort of go to sleep and forget it. But yeah, I mean, with Wes and with Neto, when they're in the team, everything's backwards. You know, Wes came off on the United game, was being all sort of stroppy with the staff and went down the tunnel, which isn't a great look. He's since apparently apologised to Liam Rosenior, but just petulant child behaviour. And then Pedro Neto, my take on him is that he may have been all right at Wolves, and when we were sort of in the shopping market for getting him, he may have been impressing. But since he's come to Chelsea, he's not impressed me. His stats for what a winger should have in the Premier League are nowhere near what it should be. And I've realised when he's in the team, Palmer has a go at him. I'm not digging out players here. I'm just saying there are loads of players that, say to him, why didn't you pass? Or, just more like frustration and sort of looking at him as if to say why he's in the team. But, there's very few managers that take him off. I don't think I can name a manager that's actually taken him off more than maybe once or twice before sort of 80 minutes. So if he's in the team tomorrow night and then against Leeds on the weekend, just expect that it's probably not going to go very well.
Because you know what it is? As poor as he is, he's probably our second best winger behind Esteval. And that's just how damning it is on how poor our squad is. Like, because I know Gittins is injured as well. So who are we going to play ahead of him? Like, no, and Gittins and Esteval both injured, so we ain't got a choice. Unless you were to play Palmer on the right wing. But then you can't start Garnacho after that performance.
Oh my God.
Well, I do have to agree that Pedro Neto was actually, I feel that Pedro Neto was worse than Garnacho. At least he was going forward and trying to, 100%. I mean, I only watched 70 minutes and then the rest on my phone, but 100%. At least he was trying to go forward, whereas Pedro Neto, if you look at it, he might have done a couple of crosses, but if you look at his corners, they were being headed out by the first person on the post. They weren't even, back in the days of Frank Lampard, when he took corners, we were like, heads or tails if we're going to score here, it's 50-50. When we have corners now, I'm just like, it might as well just be a throw-in because we're not going to score. I mean, you guys can sort of maybe disagree, but I think Garnacho, although he's not got better stats, he's played less than Neto. If he was playing as much as Neto, I think he would have better stats than him.
Well, no, I hear that. And don't get me wrong, both for poor, but on the day, nothing gone. Then again, not really did Pedro Neto, but literally nothing Garnacho came off. Literally nothing. Like, for me, that Garnacho performance is up there with Bakayoko against Watford, Ziyech against Zagreb, Sterling against Leicester. It's up there for me. Like, I remember, all I can remember him is losing the ball. Those are my highlights of the game, and maybe the Delap chance. Those are literally my highlights from a Chelsea perspective of the game. Like, and it's been like this. He'll have a good game, but after maybe 6 or 7 poor games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pedro Neto, for me, it's like maybe it's not as many as 6 or 7, but maybe it's like 3 or 4. And it's like, they're both poor as each other, in my opinion. It's just like it's just trash versus garbage.
Yeah, I get that, to be fair, but respectfully, Ben, I'm going to disagree with you because with Garnacho, like, oh my God, I was like, the way he was getting like thrown to the floor by some of the United players, I was like, oh my God, they clearly hate him. Like, they clearly hate him.
Really like Bruno Fernandes, guys.
Exactly. Like, no, not even that. Did you guys see where he got bullied by Dallo?
Yeah, that's when I knew. Yeah, I mean, not even bullied by Dallo.
That's when I was like, if you're getting bullied by Dallo, then something is wrong. Because, like Casey, you'll probably agree with me here. Did he even get past? Did he even get past the man one-on-one?
He didn't get past anyone once. Yeah, I think, and as Doobz said, it's up there with the Bakayoko game. It's up there for me. I think when I think of bad performances, I think about Bakayoko Watford. I also think about the Sassy Ipswich last season. I think about Rob Sanchez away against City. That is up there with the worst. I think that is the worst performance I've ever seen in a Chelsea uniform. And I understand Neto was terrible as well on Saturday, but it was nowhere as near as bad as Garnacho. Garnacho didn't take on a man, not once. There was the mistake where he was put on the wrong wing to begin with Rosinha.
Yeah, I was so confused of why he was put on the wrong wing. I really didn't get that.
Which obviously we know it just goes to show how useless this manager is, but that's besides the point. You have Luke Shaw there. Luke Shaw, who's injury prone, not as athletic as he used to be. Esteval was having him on toast. Esteval was destroying him until he had to come off. Now you've seen that and you realize, like, oh, okay, let me go out Luke Shaw. And not most importantly, you have a message to send to the United players, to the United fans, that they should regret letting you go. They're singing all these chants about you, which, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very close in joining with those United fans because that's my dislike for this guy. you struggle against Luke Shaw, then you get put into your preferred position, and you're struggling against Dalot, who United fans have described as the worst left back, as the worst right back, fullback in the league. Defensively, he's woeful, and he didn't get past him once. They never once double teamed him. Usually with elite wingers, they always double them, when they get the ball. They didn't double him once. And Dalot, the worst part about it, and the thing that really angered me a lot, was the way that Dalot was defending him. Was he had so much space to cut in, he had so much space to actually go inside the penalty box, to actually drive the ball inside the penalty box. What does he do? He's there just doing juke. Like, you could even run. Like, you don't even have to do some sort of dribble move to get past him. You can literally just run into the penalty box. He's trying to do all this juke.
Yeah, but at least like maybe try and win a penalty or something.
You know what?
Exactly.
I've got two extra things
and there was another time as well. Hold on, before you go on, dude. There was another time as well on the fast break. He's running, right, acres of space. I'm thinking, okay, cool. Like, let's see here. What does he do?
Yeah, keep running.
And then he runs, but he loses the ball. And the worst part about it was like there was no one around him before he lost the ball. He runs.
I know what action you're on about as well. I remember the action.
The one where he was like, he didn't get past the halfway.
And and then Casemiro comes in. I don't think he will make an easier tackle in his life. So Ben, respectfully, like I understand. Listen, Neto's dead food as well. We're not trying to bypass that. He's dead food as well. But Garnacho yesterday, Garnacho on Saturday, sorry, that was the worst performance I've ever seen. Anyone in his
you know what?
I do not want to see him. I don't want to see him for the rest of the season. Personally, I don't want to see him for the rest.
Completely agree with you, Casey.
Before we bring in Ben, like, I've got two things to say with Garnacho. I don't know if this is actually worse or not, but I actually think Garnacho was trying, but it's just the fact that he actually can't. So
he was.
When he wants it, he actually can't. At least when a player's not trying, you look at your mentality stinks, but on his day, he can turn up. But Garnacho, I don't think he can get better than that. And while we're talking about wingers, thing just came through, been reported on Twitter. The exact offer that AC Milan will consider selling Leao for this summer: 45 million to 50 million euros fixed plus bonuses. That's about the same that we bought Garnacho for.
A little bit
more. My God! Right. You know what? Right. Doobz, who reported that? Just asking.
His name's Mattei Moretto. Matti Moretto.
Okay, I'm taking that with a pinch of salt, if I'm being honest.
It's an Italian sauce. It sounds like an Italian sauce, but yeah.
Yeah, right. But if that's true, Blueco, we know they're not going in for him. We know they're not going in for Leao. But if they want to be serious, that's the kind of player you have to go in for. But yeah, let's just go back to this thing about Garnacho. Like, when I said to you, Casey, we're going to go to you, Ben, in a sec. But when I was saying to you, Casey, Garnacho, just run into the penalty box and try and win a penalty. Do you remember he did that against Liverpool and he nearly got a penalty out of it? He nearly got it. Obviously, it was a kind of a soft dive. It was kind of a soft dive, but at least he tried to con Anthony Taylor. And we know what Anthony Taylor's like against us. So we know he's not giving that. But, yeah. Exactly, but I just wanted to get that point across. But yeah, Ben, I mean, did you want to reply anything to that?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't many players that had a good game at the weekend. I think Moises Caicedo impressed me when he was tracking back and not getting involved in tackles, which sometimes he can do. I'm not saying that Garnacho had a 10-10 game. He definitely did not. But I've been to Munich this season to watch Chelsea, and Pedro Neto, was the worst player on the pitch. We had no attacking output because everything was shut down. They were trying to go through him. And I've seen him on, I could name a number of games, a number of performances. I don't think that Garnacho's performance was the worst that you'll see compared to what Neto's done this season. But if you've got Liam starting in 1 week and then the next week when he should be starting against his old club, not starting him, and then bringing him on half-heartedly, you can't expect everything to gel together. Like, had he have not brought him on, it wouldn't have changed the result. The issue is the team is not gelling well, and as in an attacking sense, we are as creative as a Sunday League team at the minute. So I think what I'm trying to say is I would definitely still rather have Garnacho than Pedro Neto. He doesn't offer anything. He's the same one-trick pony. If he can't run past you and he can't do a step over past you, it goes back, back, back. And that's where our defensive errors come from. If you look back at previous games, defensive errors come from going back, Sanchez getting pressured, and then him making mistakes and the defense making mistakes, either Wes or Trevor or somebody else. But yeah, I'm not saying he's had a good game, but I would rather have him in the team than Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto for me is on the list to go in the summer.
Both of them. Yeah, both of them are for me. Yeah,
both of them. Yeah.
Apparently, have you seen the reports about Garnacho? And apparently, they're looking to sell him.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah.
I'm not shocked. Coaching
staff, what I heard, they've been planning to sell him for months, and coaching staff apparently have been fed up.
We've had most of the signings are bad, but this one really takes the cake. What a bad signing this was, especially after he signed Gittins, who's about the same age. You don't need two wingers that age that you're going to hope is going to what was the point of signing Garnacho?
I think the worst part, why it was so bad was because with Gittins, you can kind of make sense. The price that we paid is ridiculous, but the style of football that we like to play, it works. He can fit into that style of football. We need wingers that can take on a man one-on-one. Gittins can do that. Now, do I think it was a smart signing? No. Do I believe in that signing? No. But did it make sense at the time, and does it still make sense? Yeah, it does. Garnacho, or Subject 49, I refuse to say his name. I don't know why I said his name. His best style of football is high line defense, when the defense is playing high line and he's going in behind the defense. He's playing with open space.
Why do you think he played so well? Why do you think he played so well against Barcelona?
Exactly, because Barcelona they play a high line. Even United, when under Ten Hag, which was arguably his best seasons if you were to look at it, why did he play so well? It's because they literally played counter-attacking football. It was literally, let's play counter-attacking football, let's play with space. We're not trying to do this whole low, we're not trying to break down low blocks. We're trying to, get in behind. That's why Subject 49 played so well. Now, he's coming in now, so-called data when Stanley Stewart, they're looking at it thinking, Garnacho ain't, he ain't getting along at United. Let's just try and go in for him. Apparently at the time it was a market opportunity. Cool market opportunity, but he doesn't fit our style of football. He doesn't fit our style of football. The reason why you didn't sign Cherky was because of attitude problems, which, by the way, he's absolutely cooking at City. You didn't sign Cherky because of attitude problems, but you're telling me that Subject 49 has better attitude than Cherky when literally Amorim outed him, when literally Amorim has called him out on several occasions for his poor attitude, the way he conducted himself in his final months at United, and you're telling me he's got a better attitude than Cherky? Are you being for real? This is what I'm saying. These sporting directors, they don't have a clue what they're talking about. They don't have a clue what they're doing. They don't have a clue what they're running, because they're hypocrites. They're saying one thing for one player, but then that one thing that they don't like about that player, they go and sign the player that's the exact same thing, bar worse. Because he doesn't sign up for the system. He's got a poor attitude, and he thinks he's good. That's the thing. I think people around him are telling him, "Listen, you're cold, bro." They're not sitting him down and making him realize, you're not that guy. You're not that guy. But he has this self-inflated ego, thinking that he's the best player in the world. So, I mean, of course it was never going to work. And there's a reason why I would say 90% of the fan base had the hashtag no to Garnacho. There's a reason I had a hashtag no to Garnacho. There's a reason why a lot of fans did not want that signing to happen in the first place, because we knew that this was going to happen. When he first came, I said, you know what? I want to give him a chance. I want him to prove me wrong. But guess what? He's proven everyone right. And hey,
do you know what it is?
I'm surprised that it's taken early to realize.
With him, it's a lot of wingers, you could say at least with Pedro Neto and Gittins, for instance, you could say they're not great, but pace is their attribute. With Esteval, you could say flair and skill is his attribute. With Mo Salah, you could say finishing is his main attribute. What is Garnacho's thing that makes him stand out? Nothing. He's not slow, but he's not rapid. He's not a great dribbler. He's not very skillful. His finishing is very inconsistent. He's not strong. So I don't know what it is.
He's living off that. He's living off that bicycle kick he scored against Everton. That's what he's living off.
If he hadn't scored that bicycle kick, I don't know where he'd be in his career, man.
Exactly. He's living off that. disgraceful.
I mean,
But
Pedro Neto, I think he's lost his speed. There's people that he should have beaten in recent games, and he gets in a situation where when he can't beat him, he tries to step overs, and then he tries to go out wide, and if not, it just goes back, and it goes back and back and back and gets recycled. So I'm going to have to say that Pedro Neto was more in shape when he was at Wolves. I don't believe he's in shape anymore, and he is a one-trick pony. Him, Gittins, there's a long list of people that, come end of the season, I'm sure will do a list of players that need to be gone. It's not going to probably get anywhere with the club kind of listening to that kind of side of the stuff. But, I think Garnacho was treated bad at Man United with certain managers. One week they'd play him to save the game and save the result and save their potential career. And then the next week he was thrown in with the 21s. Obviously, I know towards the end, he said he wasn't playing and he wanted to leave. But I think his treatment with 2 or 3 managers wasn't the best. But, I think if Maresca had have stayed on, I think that he could have potentially got a better tune out of him. But Liam, he can't get a tune out of anyone. He made Sanchez revert back to being shaky jakey like Mendy. And I feel like even Cucurella is looking a bit either like, should I go, or what is going on with this team? So I think everyone has kind of been given the either stage fright or their confidence has been knocked. And that's only down to one person, that's down to the manager. But as far as wingers, we are cooked at the minute. Tyreek George is at Everton, he's not top gravy either. But going into tomorrow's game, I don't really know where we go.
Yeah, completely agree. Right, we're gonna get into tomorrow's game now against Brighton. Now, let's just say Brighton. Yeah, we like doing business with you, don't we? I wouldn't be surprised if the sporting directors are on the phone and be like, "Oh, Tiny Bloom, this is your regular caller, Paul Winstanley. Do you want the regular 3 points we give you over there?" I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah. Let's get into I mean, do we really win at Brighton? Is it a thing?
Nope.
I don't really think it is. I mean, there's even sometimes there's even sometimes when Brighton have actually come to Stamford Bridge and beaten us. We've seen that, and it's just. Oh my god! It's so written. If Danny Welbeck scores, oh my god! If Danny Welbeck scores, right? Let's just get into the predicted 11 because let's just say the scenarios that are coming into my head are just annoying me. Because it's genuinely annoying me. Right, let's get into this predicted 11 before I flip this chair over. Let's get this up. There we go. If you are enjoying the content, guys, make sure you smash the like, smash the subscribe button if you're around there, and turn the bell notification on so you don't miss any videos. Right, in goal, Sanchez. It's definitely not going to be. It's definitely not going to be Philip Jokerson, is it? So it's going to be Robert Sanchez.
Well, you say that,
yeah. Left back, I reckon we go Hato. What do you think?
Well, no, Cucurella and then Hato centre back like before.
Yeah, I think Hato will go left back because I think Achimpong will get us. I think Achimpong will get a start tomorrow.
No, I don't think he will.
And I mean, he should get a start. I do think so because
right,
Fofana.
Okay. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do. You know what we're gonna do. This lineup, what we're gonna put up here. This lineup, what we're gonna put up here is what we would do. Then, after we're gonna say, oh, by the way, Liam Rasheen is gonna do this. So basically, Sanchez in goal. Cool. Left back, what are we going with?
I'll say
Hato. I think Hato. I'll go with Hato at left back.
Yeah, I agree as well. Obviously, people are going to say Cucurella. Obviously, people are going to say Cucurella, but he can't really play every game. We have to sometimes give him a rest. Do you want to go right back or centre back next?
might as well go right back because it's pretty obvious it's going to be Gusto, isn't it? Like, who else is going to play right back?
Exactly. Yeah, may as well put that there. Centre backs, what do we reckon?
I believe personally it will be a Achimpong. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but Tosin. I think Tosin and Achimpong are gonna play together tomorrow.
Was Chalobah not on the bench yesterday?
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah,
get a couple
he came
run-ins,
on. He came on.
But it was his first game in how many months? And they are trying to slowly rehab him back into the game. You know, when you have an injury like that,
he hasn't played. He hasn't played since PSG, the home defeat.
PSG, exactly. So second game he's going to be starting. I highly doubt it. Second game back he's starting. I highly doubt it. I think he'll get another couple run-ins, a couple another minutes tomorrow. But I personally see it being an Achimpong. Well, I would go with an Achimpong and Tosin centre back pairing, but I don't think Rafinha would start Achimpong. I think he would start Fofana and Tosin. But I if I was to be the gaffer, I'd start Achimpong and unfortunately Tosin. But I'd actually start Achimpong and Sarr, but I don't know.
I promise you now it won't be Achimpong, but that's what I do as well.
No.
Yeah, it won't, unfortunately, because he has no faith in him.
I'd actually put Sarr. I'd actually put Sarr. I just can't. I just can't deal with seeing Tosin. I just can't.
Yeah,
I understand. I completely understand. You know, let's give the youngins some run-ins. You know, like let's be real.
Exactly.
People are saying, "Oh, we can qualify for top 4, top 5." It's gone. Like we're not getting top 5, tops, whatever. So let's just give these youngsters a run-in games. I prefer they just make mistakes and stuff so they can build up confidence and they can get more regular game time than, as we said, watching Tosin and Fofana just stink up the gaff every single week.
And realistically, like in this game, yeah, you may as well do that because we've got Leeds on Sunday. We have to keep thinking about that as well. So I'm going to go Enzo and Santos in the midfield. Do you guys agree?
I was actually going to say Sugo. I was going to say
you know what? Shout. That's a shout.
Wait, what's up with Caicedo?
Caicedo needs a rest.
Nothing. No, nothing. Caicedo needs a rest. That's what I'm doing.
He needs a rest, honestly. And as Joseph said, we've got the semi-final on Sunday against Leeds. I don't think Rafinha would want to risk it. I wouldn't want to risk it against a game like Brighton, which even if they played, I don't think we win. So yeah.
But the thing is, we've rarely seen the Sugo. We've rarely seen the Sugo, so we don't even know what he's really about.
What about Lavio?
Actually, you know what?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Actually, let's replace
I just keep thinking he's injured. I just keep thinking he's injured.
Yeah, touche.
Honestly.
Right. In the 10, what do you reckon?
Enzo.
Yeah, I think Enzo.
Yeah. Well, we kind of know who the
But this guy needs to fix up. Like I've been defending him the whole season, but it gets to the point where he has to take accountability.
Like it's got to a point where we like we've defended him for as long as we can, but it's got to a point where he has to fix up.
Start being had. I've said it already. I don't think this is not Cole Palmer's team no more. Like there's going to be a new. If someone can step up, that's their team now. Because I'm not trying to hear it. This whole.
I think you know what it is. I think
23-24 season and all. I'm not even trying to hear it. Like it was a season and a half, and you've had a season and a half of crap football. Now you've had your moments, and I understand you've been injured, but I think we forget Yamal has the same injury as Palmer, but Yamal is still producing week in, week out.
Yeah.
So we can't keep on making excuses for him. People blame Maresca for limiting his creativity. We've brought in a manager that apparently that's given everyone a free role, and he's still looking mediocre. So we can't keep on making excuses now. We just have to look at him and say, what are you doing?
Like I get you're frustrated. Like we're frustrated with the team that you're playing with, but at the same time, if anything, that's a perfect opportunity for you to exert yourself and be the one that can save this team, which you did under the 23 under Pochettino. But you're not doing that. That's what I'm saying. You're not doing it.
So now we just have to. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to sit there and be like, listen, this is. And
you're not doing yourself any favors if you do actually want to leave the club.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. I think now. Go on.
To the next one. I think Lamar is playing in a slower league. If you look at the Premier League, it's the fastest, best football in the world. Some weeks Barcelona will be playing teams at the bottom that are lower quality than every team that we've got in the Premier League. I think they're suffering from a bit of momentum at the minute, and they're suffering from any real tactics. But again, this isn't on these players. This is on the buck lies with the manager. And you could spend 2 hours speaking about the manager and how bad he is. Palmer is top shelf gravy. He is world class on his day. You know, what he did to PSG in the Club World Cup should not be forgotten. The issue here is if no one's driving it forward and he's thinking about making changes for tomorrow's game because of, you know, Leeds on the weekend, there is going to be some impact, not just with the attacking sense, but how they play. If this is close to, or this is the squad for tomorrow, I doubt this squad has even played together before. If it's exactly as we're gonna finish it off, so I think, you know, there's a lot of players that can be dug out, but Lamar plays in a league where the football is worse and it's not as good quality. So I think, you know, Palmer on his day, you know, he is the man.
Yeah, but I understand what you're trying to say. But La Liga playing so cool, but we're the slowest team in the league. There's a stat saying that we run the least amount of kilometers in the league.
Yeah, I remember that,
we play slow as well. And I understand it's La Liga, but he's also been doing it in the Champions League against the best of the best teams. Like, you know, he's been doing it at the world-class stage against the best teams, and he does it against the smaller league teams. So that's why, as much as I understand what you guys are trying to say, I understand why you guys are still trying to defend Palmer, this cannot be defended because, again, Yamal has the same injury as him, and he's still playing against world-class players. Like, let's not, you know, disrespect La Liga. Like, you know, I understand maybe the overall quality isn't as good as the Premier League, but you still got teams that can do a job. Atletico Madrid is in the Champions League semi-final. Real Madrid are always Real Madrid. You know, Atletico Bilbao are a very, very good, consistent, solid, you know, European team that can make good, deep European runs. Real Sociedad are always that team once in a while that can give teams a bit of a headache in Europe. You know, in the Champions League. I'm trying to think. There's probably another Spanish team that I've forgotten. Villarreal, for example. Villarreal, you know, they're always consistently up there doing well in La Liga and have done quite well in Europe. Sevilla, although they're not having their best season in the past, they're known as the kings of Europa League football. Now, Yamal has had to play against world-class players week in, week out as well. Yeah, there's a couple of games where he's playing against mediocre players. Cool. Like the bottom half of the Spanish league, you know, they wouldn't, you know, survive in the Premier League for, you know, up until week, you know, they wouldn't survive for 10 game weeks. Yeah, I understand. But even on the international stage, he's doing it. Euros 2024, young player of the tournament. Like, you know, like, come on now. We can't keep on. We can't make excuses for Palmer no more. We can't make excuses for Palmer. We can't say, yeah, Palmer's playing in a quicker league than Yamal and this, that, and the third. We cannot do it. Because if you're a world-class player, as you said, Ben, and I agree, on his day, he's world-class, then there's little to no excuses for you to be this poor for 18 months. There's very, very little excuse that you can give. Yeah, I understand 1-2 months you might have, you know, your off games, which is completely fine because, you know, everyone goes through that in life. You know, you might have an off period or a patch where you're not playing your best football, but for 18 months where there's sparks of brilliance from a world-class player, I expect that from a Neto or Garnacho. I don't expect that from you.
Yeah, exactly. Now, left wing. This is probably the most difficult position on the pitch to even choose. I mean, who are you guys going for?
Honestly, like genuinely, right.
Flip a coin. Right. You know what? Okay. Screw it. Right. We are going to maximize Doobz' camera. So
I'm not actually that good at flipping. You put me on the spot, but
right. Okay. Heads. Right. Which one's Garnacho and which one's Neto?
You guys decide.
Heads, Neto, tails, Garnacho. Let's go.
Head, you can't see that. It's heads, so Neto.
Heads,
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Honestly,
you might
honestly, like I hate to see Garnacho with his blonde hair again. I know he hasn't got it anymore, but oh my God. But yeah. Right. Up front, I mean, to be fair, Liam Rosina confirmed in the press conference that João Pedro will be assessed late. So I mean,
it's gonna be the lap.
It's gonna be the lap. Like we don't need any questions.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is your £2 billion team.
Yeah, exactly. That is what Blueco.
Look at that back four for one.
Exactly. We're going into a Brighton versus Chelsea game in a race for European football, and that is our back four.
I mean,
and that is our striker up front.
And people wonder why we protest, but hey.
Exactly. But I mean, that is our agreed 11. Let us know of what you think in the comments. Now, this is the main part of the video. The score predictions. I'm looking forward to this. Ben, you want to go first?
Yeah, I think we probably won't score, so I'm going to say 3-0 Brighton.
3-0.
Oh,
Return of last year, eh? I'm not. Hey.
To be fair, last year is what sparked the first protest. The 3-0 Brighton.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Casey, what do you reckon?
2-1 Brighton. I think. Yeah, I can't see us winning, and I don't think we're going to win another game for the rest of the season. So,
you don't think we'll beat Tottenham?
I don't think we'll beat Tottenham. I even had a discussion about it yesterday.
I've got doubts on that as well.
Wait.
So you don't even think we beat Forest either?
Nah.
Wow.
Especially with this manager in charge. Nah. And Forest are in the relegation battle. They just beat Burnley 4-1. I know it's Burnley, but you know they're in a
we didn't even beat Burnley at home.
Exactly. They're in a Europa League semi-final as well. They're riding high. Confidence is at an all-time high. Confidence is on an all-time low for our side. Anyone could get it. Anyone can beat us. We're not beating Forest, and I don't think we're going to beat Tottenham. I don't trust this manager, and I don't trust these players to get the job done at Tottenham, unfortunately. So 2-1. 2-1.
Fair enough. Doobz, the Brighton man himself.
Yeah,
you go Union Brighton. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we're losing 2-0. 100%. We're losing 2-0. Well, it'll be the same. We won't score in the first. We might look like we're on top. We won't score. We'll go in half time at 0-0. We'll come out. They'll score, and then we struggle, and then they'll score another one later on. It's sad, man. It's sad. How has it become to the point of predicting losses against Brighton?
Yeah, I get it. Fair enough.
My entire university, life of Chelsea has been hell. I'll be honest. The first season, my first year at uni, was the season we finished 12th. Loss after loss after loss after loss. Second year, only up until the last 6 weeks, hell. Last year, I wasn't really technically at uni.
Yeah.
Last year, I wasn't technically at uni.
Yeah.
And this year, hell.
Before I give you my prediction, here's another fun fact. I don't know what's worse, but you having your first year of uni as I'm getting the Graham Potter season, right?
Yeah, it was the season. Yeah, Tuchel got sacked. Graham Potter. Yeah.
That year was the year I did my GCSEs.
Oh wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I was second year.
I was like, at one point, I'm skipping Chelsea games to do revision. Genuinely, this is not even a joke.
Life is more important.
This is not in the joke.
That's the thing. Like, it got to the point where I was just like, I'd rather like. I used to be the kid when I was at school. I wouldn't go meet my friends because I'd watch Chelsea games. When I was at uni, I was like, no, I'm going out. I'm not wasting my time. I'd be like, we conceded again. Calm. I was that drunk. I just didn't care. That's how peak it was. Luckily, thank God I wasn't at home when I was around Arsenal fans because that would have been hell. That was also the first season where Arsenal looked like they might win the league.
Yeah,
and we were. Let's be honest, we were scared.
Oh,
yeah, we were.
let's be
We
honest.
genuinely were.
Yeah.
We like. Let's be honest. We were scared this season as well. We were scared this season.
We were scared more so
Up
than
until-
last season and the season
Right,
before.
yeah.
Because last season they bottled it like very early. Liverpool had a wave.
Yeah, I mean, and Liverpool were just running away with it.
Liverpool had a
So
wave from last year, but
yeah, exactly. Right.
It's just poor.
My prediction. Who said 3-0 Brighton? Was that you, Ben?
That's Ben.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I don't know if this is worse or the same. I'm going when Graham Potter returned to Brighton as Chelsea manager. I'm going with that scoreline. 4-1 Brighton.
1. Oh gosh. Oh, I forgot that we scored. I forgot how we actually scored. I remember it was 4-0
Yeah.
at half time. I remember it was 4-0 at half time. I remember seeing my phone.
4-1 Brighton.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, if we somehow come out with a draw, we'll all be happy. Well, will we?
No, I'm not.
Exactly. Like, we won't be, but we'll be like, oh, we didn't lose. That's
We
a
didn't
first.
lose. Fantastic.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, cheers, guys, for coming on. Casey, first time on here. Hopefully for the first of many.
Yeah. First for many. Yes. Thank you for having me on. It was a good time.
Yeah. I always do this. I always do this when I have people on. Where can they find you, mate?
I haven't got any socials now. Regarding my football page. That's gonna happen soon. Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. Like my socials, KC Living for Real or KC Living. So LIVIN 4R._. That's on Insta. That's all I have right now. But I'm gonna create a new page, hopefully for the following season, where I have all my football takes and stuff. So you can follow me on there. But yeah, that's my Instagram.
Yeah, and I'll put it in the description for everyone as well, so they can go follow you.
Cool.
Ben, where can they find you?
Yeah, I think my Instagram's going to be attached, but Ben Jerams _ and the name Ben Talks Chelsea is going to be attached on there soon with TikTok and other social media. So yeah, watch the space.
And finally, Big Doobz. Where can they find you?
TikTok,
Yeah,
Insta, X. We land minimals on there daily. So yeah, go check it out. It's Doobz25.
Yeah. Big up Johnny Minerals, by the way. Big up Johnny Minerals for being at the protest.
To be fair.
Yeah, genuinely. Yeah, brilliant to meet him. Like, he's been Blue Co out from the start. Respect to him. So yeah, that is it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you smash the like, smash the subscribe button if you're around here. Turn the bell notifications so you don't miss any great upcoming content. Make sure you follow the socials on TikTok, Instagram, and X. Chelsea Blues and all. See you guys soon. In a bit. Up Chelsea. Win, lose or draw. Blue Co out.
Blue Co out.
Blue Co out.
In a bit.